Hello everyone and welcome back to Sunsaw Gaming. So, this is Mines Extended. Now, in my original Mines map control video that I done, I explained to you guys that there was a bit more to this map that people don't normally do, don't know, and that I would show you them in a future video. Well, that video's here, that video's now. This is Mines Extended. Hope you guys can use this little piece of information and make good use of it. So we're going to jump right into the videos here, but before we do, please hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and don't forget to smash that like button for me. It helps out a lot. Cheers, guys. Now we're going to start off in the T55A here, and the section I was talking about in the last video is just off to the right of us. And now I've already looked at the enemy team. I'm not faster than them. I'm also starting further away, so I'm not going to try and contest the hill with my medium. Instead, I'm going to move out to this area. Now this can be done in heaps of different tanks depending on what the enemy lineup is. Like, I'm not going to beat that guy up the hill, so I'll get down here and I'll shoot him for a nice HE of 453. Like, that's just what you can do. If you cannot get to that hill because the enemy are faster, get down here. Take those kind of shots that I just took and wait for your opportunity to be able to push over this hill and down to the enemy red line. Now, not a lot of people do this, but in this particular match, which I literally just finished having, this guy's already gone and done it. Now that could possibly blow my cover, so be cautious if you're going to try and push down here after anybody else. As you can see, he got nice and safe into that position there. I'm going to fly down past, just take a snapshot, because you might as well. Once you're past there, you're held down in this section for the most part. They are at higher elevation, so you have to keep that in mind. But push right down to this red line, and then you can start absolutely demolishing the enemy team from this position. And I mean, just look at the damage we've put out already. We've cleared a light tank. We're about to clear a heavy tank. He's now gone. That's 2 tanks down in the space of a minute and a half. Like, it's just that easy. If you can be patient enough to wait for the push down to this corner, you can get so many amazing shots in. And it allows your teammates to take control of the hill and push over. Now, the other thing with this spot is, of course, TDs. The enemy TD bush is right in front of me here. Now, they can't hit me because there's a giant rock, but if they do push out like this guy is, now my team no longer has TDs focusing on them. They can push over the hill into these 2 guys, pick up the damage there, and be in control of the map. And I mean, my teammate here does an awesome job coming with me. I get a very lucky bounce from the Borsig there, or the waffle Borsig, and just fully controlled the section of the map. Because I knew I couldn't contest the hill, I went to the next best place you can go to contest that hill, and that is the islands. As I've just shown you guys, that's how it's done, and I wasn't even the only one to pull it off there. That T49 done a stellar job. He pushed through at the exact right moment he needed to get across those islands safely and be able to put the damage out behind the enemy lines. And that's just one of the amazing things about this map. Everybody complains, you know, it shouldn't be at tier 10. You know, high tier tanks shouldn't be on this map. They're wrong. There are ways to play this map. It is actually not as small as you think. It's just very sectioned out. You're fighting on one half of the map or the other half of the map. You don't have a choice there. Anyway, with what I'd done there, I managed to pick up 2,700 damage. Top of the team. I mean, that T49, he only got a couple of good shots off, but he's a T49. I don't blame him. We're going to jump right into another match here and show you just what can be done if you're in a slower tank as well. Now, if you are in a slower tank, like the T110E4 Combat Star, and you don't want to go to the TD position, because this big giant Death Star is going to try and take that TD position. So if you are in a mobile sort of TD, you can do this in the 268, the 263, just, you know, get in these tanks. If you can, use the islands like I'm about to in this match. I'm not going to jostle with positions for that guy. and I'm going to have my gun effectively in the game. Now, a lot of people would be against this sort of thing just because you're frontlining a TD. No, you're not. This is still second line gameplay here, guys. Like, I'm not being the guy that is being targeted. Now, you can see the way I sit behind this rock. That's just making sure that the enemy TDs down in their TD bush cannot hit me, because these mediums up here will light you up every time you're in this bush sitting back here. So you do just need to be wary of that. But I'm pumping out the damage on these guys who are trying to kill our medium who did try to contest the hill. And their mediums on the hill have been wrecked because of it. So just hold this position if you need to. Wait for both teams to settle in and get themselves sorted. Once these guys are sitting in position and they think they know where the enemy are and all of that sort of stuff, they are not going to be aware, well, they're not going to be ready for this kind of a push. As you saw in the last match, we got right down to the end without being spotted. And that's exactly what you want to do. Sorry, messing up my words a bit there. Now this rock on the left, if you go past this rock, you are committed. You have to keep pushing. Don't stop if you go past that rock. You will just end up in a whole world of hurt. And you are going to see a little bit of that here. I do make the mistake myself of stopping once I've gone past this rock. I want to take a shot at this guy, which completely just doesn't go anywhere anyway, and I get whacked by their TD right there. Set me on fire and everything. So once you push past that rock, do not stop, because chances are if you do that quick enough, that TD down there will not hit you. I mean, there's not much more to it. It's all about timing and using this side of the map. Like, if you get your timing off when you try to do this stuff, and I've done it myself plenty of times, you will get punished for it. But once you get down to this back end, you can get those lights on enemy TDs like I just did there, and just keep pushing down to the red line, get them behind the hill, you're safe from them, you've got all the shots, again, from this angle, straight back at the enemy hill. And you're relatively safe doing it. Now, there are some drawbacks to this. Sometimes the enemy will all turn around and they will all charge you. It's happened to me quite a few times. The TDs will rush out and try to kill me at the same time as tanks from the hill will rush down and try to kill me. But the longer I can survive with the enemy rushing me here, it's good for my team anyway, because my team can push over the top of the hill without it being contested, because I've taken the attention of the enemy team. And it just has so many benefits to it away from that town side, and it works. As I've just proven in this video and the one before it, this is a very viable section of the map to play aggressively, and even passively in some situations. You can defend that island and pushes going over very well indeed. So I hope this has helped everybody. I hope you've learned something from this little extended map review that I've done here, and I hope you all enjoyed it. So don't forget to subscribe again, hit the like button for me. We got a nice 4,500 damage there, see, and it didn't even feel like I was trying in that match, just to show what you can do, and that was a sort of more mobile TD. Anyway, until next time guys, stay safe, use cover, cheers.